Hi guys. So we know about how things affect us, right? How people in our surroundings affect us, how events affect us, how things that happen to us affect us, right? They can put us in a sad mood. They can make us depressed. They can energize us, give us the joie de vivre, right? But I mean, I'm not here to teach anything because I myself don't know everything, right? I'm myself struggling, and I wouldn't even be talking here if I wasn't struggling and learning new ways to approach it. For example, I haven't posted in the past week and a half or so. So, but probably that's why you're watching me, because kind of doing it together. So one thing is that I realized, and we hear about this all the time because it's being told us from everywhere. Coaches tell to us, gurus, like we see it in religion, we see it in different systems, repetition. Basically, the main thing is just to move, to go, to take the next step. And we may be at a point where nothing is working, like we're stuck, we don't want to do anything, like we're feeling like we want to give up. And the main thing is just to, well, that's it was important. It is important kind of to have goals, even if the goals seem unattainable, just to have a sense of direction, to have goals. And then you break up goals into smaller steps, and even when things kind of fall apart and don't seem to be working out, you just try your best to do it, to follow those goals, to walk towards those goals. It's like, imagine, people who work the field, right? The farmers and stuff. They have to plow the fields and clear the fields and seed them for most of the year, for half a year almost, before they even see anything coming out of the ground. And they don't know what's going to happen. There might be a drought, there might be too much rain. And even if those two like bad events don't happen, like you just basically work the dusty soil under the sun. Back in the day it was on buffaloes, pushing behind buffaloes or horses or whatever. Today you have tractors. It's a little easier, but now you have a bigger area to cover. And they had to do it for days, for weeks, for months, non-stop without seeing any result. And only then at the end of the day, at the end, you'll see the result. And I can't stress it enough to myself, because I know what kind of things I'm struggling with, right? That days when just nothing's working and all I want to do is just lay down and kind of not even move. So the one of the memes I saw is that when you have days like this and you have a goal, but you have no strength to move towards the goal, you have no strength to crawl towards the goal, all you can do is lay down, at least lay down in the direction of the goal. That had cracking me up, but at least for myself, I can't emphasize it enough. This is the difference between success and unsuccessful. Just getting up and doing one small step in the moment. This is the difference between people who are rich and people who are poor. The rich guy just did not give up when things were hard. That's the difference between that mouse who drowned and the mouse who floated on the clump of butter. In that story, it was actually a frog. Frogs are easier to see in a crate of milk. They're green. Right? This is the difference between good and evil. It's the moments to decide in the moment. Like right now, what I'm gonna do. Yes, there's all these things going on, all these temptations, all this, but right this second and for the next second, like what I'm gonna decide. I'm deciding just for this minute, just for this segment of time, just for this day, like what I'm gonna do now. Tomorrow, as they say in French, advent que pourra. Whatever happens, happens. But right now, what am I deciding? I'm deciding to show up and do what I believe in, go towards my goals, go towards what I wanted to do, go towards, stick for what I think is right. Tomorrow they may force me to sell my soul, but that's tomorrow. Just one step at a time, and the step is hard. The step is hard sometimes when you just have nothing to go on, when you're just laying down, and I don't mean laying only physically. There are many ways of giving up. I mean, there've been people during wars that collaborated with the enemy outwardly, and the enemy needed whatever, gasoline or whatever, so they went and they brought gasoline to them. But they did whatever they could. Whenever they would go, they would like pass messages along between the resistance. Whatever they could. You have a job where you have to betray yourself, but your goal in the end is to win. Don't betray yourself, of course, but sometimes life takes you kind of on a downward, and you'll use the momentum to get up. Okay. One step at a time.